the two sides have played together. Kaizer teams have won 2 and drawn only once. Of course, very important is between the Sticks and Peterson. 12 clean sheets that he's kept thus far this season. He'll be looking to try and continue his weak vein of form that he's shown. As a Kaizer teams look to get back to a careful football. Well, we're up and away. And in the European Stadium, Kaizer teams kicking us off. They'll be attacking the goal from the right-hand side to the left-hand side of your picture. Dressed in grey with a touch of gold. Magesi will be attacking the goal from the left-hand side to the right-hand side of your picture with yellow. And a touch of red for this particular encounter. Of course, so looking to link up with Diva Andy already. Maybe so. Never too shy to make the calls as and when necessary. It's a great turn by Duba. Obstructed by Magesi from progressing forward. And this is what they'll be trying to do as much as they can. They cannot afford to allow Chiefs to even encroach closer to where they can take this touch. Remember, it's wet, the conditions are quite favorable for the goalkeepers. Duba picks up. Tightening down, Magesi does well to intercept. And the pressure immediately is Magesi. Kaizer keeps getting into their stride. There's Shabalala links on with teammates cross. Magesi. Shabalala. Duba is an option. Let's try and cut on the inside. Returns Shabalala. And opportunity to shoot for Shabalala. A try to cut it to the far post. And as he goes, means Terry's 5th goal of the season as we do Shabalala. Only just 32 years of age. When I say in the attacking phase of Kaizer teams, there's a lack of finesse. This for me, look at the distance that he had. And he had to control it better and executed with brilliance into that far post like he was looking. That is a possible goal right there. And that wasn't the case. Talks to the confidence. To the 2-year-old hands now. He's 8 goal contributions as Shabalala thus far this season. 4 goals and 4 assists. Big forward can come again as Magesi. Magesi loses the ball. And there's Big Boston. Made the first tackle and then couldn't know where the ball was around him. I think Duba leaves that ball. I think there was a possibility of the corner. So he obviously saw a better situation that he could maybe put together there. Bradley Cross, family with Memorial Golden Arrows taking the day. Looks to get some distance on it. Cross does well to protect it. Advantage to Chiefs. Magesi does well. He's going to keep him busy for the longest time. Here's Magesi. Matima looking to find Spaniard in his first touch. A little too heavy though. Moving it onto the far side. Betway to try and keep it alive and keep it moving is Mavanga. 90 years of age, second start today, it's Kaizer Mavanga. Back into the starting lineup. In the absence of those who will be serving and suspected for this encounter. He along with Mariba. Masai to bring it down. Mati. Nyama. Formerly with Cape Town. The city is Nyama. Remember that TS Galaxy as well. Richard very prominently before he went down to the cat. Brings in a wealth of experience to the side and also some confidence too. In the time that he's played against Kaizer teams, he's only lost once to Nyama. They do well to play out of danger, looking to try and link up with Liverpool. Free kick. Referee was playing an advantage to Flavio. It's truly been the best flavour for the drummer boys right in front of goals this season. 6 goals that he's netted. He's far fierce over. It's still good with more. And once again, that finesse I'm talking about, the class in the finishing part, though you view him as one of the best in as far as Kaizer's attackers are concerned. But I feel like he can still do a whole lot more. He's a quality striker. He knows how to attack the box. He knows how to cheat his way into those pocket spaces. The Chippers has only kept one clean sheet against Kaizer Chiefs. That was in 2018-2019 season when he was still goalkeeper for Baroka. Since then, he's not been able to keep a clean sheet in the last 4 encounters that he's had against Kaizer Chiefs. Ignacio Miguel, 16 appearances, 17 today. All of them have been started. Key member of that defense for Magesi. People obviously maybe are talking to themselves. So what is it that has changed as far as the Kaizer's play is concerned? Obviously defensively, I think that's where their biggest improvement came from this year. But also lately, it's the combinations in their attacking phase. They're beginning to make better entries. And not only into their attacking phase, but also in the box. There's been some great improvement of finding the spaces in those pockets. And it just needs the finesse. I'll repeat this one over and over most probably. To say if Kaizer's were to be, quality in the finishing side, they would be having a whole lot more goals scored than the few. I'm just saying crew. It's only 24, so it's not good enough. Wow, that's good enough, but maybe the points will make you happy. They already are sitting on 42 points. They are 10 points better than when they finished the previous season on. Here's my question. If the finishing that I'm talking about that happened around that December month, that's for me where I think the Chiefs lost the plot. Had they been able to win those 4 games in December, that's 12 points. And these points that they have now, plus 12, they'll be right there alongside Torrance and Alexander. And the joke of December month, they've enjoyed their best feat so far this season of 9 games with 8 defeats. That happened between September and January of 2026. So now they are in the best form in the last 2 years, having won 4 games in a row for the very first time this season, of course. Coming into this encounter after 22 games played, 12 of those have been victories, 6 have been drawn, 4 have been losses, and 24 goals scored, 15 conceded. And what is more impressive is their away form after 8 games that they've played, where 5 have been victories, 2 have been draws. They've only lost once away from home to Richards Bay, of course. And also, they've conceded the least amount of goals this season when they're playing away. Is it the 10th best? It's only us, Pirates and Sundowns that are ahead of Kaizer Chiefs. Saturday. And another man that I feel like has transformed this game. The man in goals, Peterson. He's made the difference. When you speak of the man in goals, we look at Chippers on the other end, of course. Doesn't have the best of season as it did last year. I was voted amongst the goalkeepers of the season. Hasn't enjoyed that huge vein of form that he showed in the previous season. I have seen the numbers of Magesi get affected, rock bottom of the lot, where they find themselves 10 games, 3 victories, all those victories coming from home, and 8 draws and 12 losses. It's their second season in the Betway Premiership. Out of the 10 games they've played in their own backyard, 3 have been victories, 3 have been draws, and 4 have been losses. Let the time and change things around in the run-in. All hands are wrapped around that defensive from Matima. Fancy stuff now. And passing. What you've been talking about, that finesse. It's a sign that is confident, able to find their rhythm. Voting for Pearson to these few games just before the derby. I can imagine what his mindset is going to be like when the derby comes, and I think that from a lot of the Chiefs supporters, that's what they've been praying for. And but to think that Roma had picked up nicely in the process, having struggled a bit when it started, or when he got the opportunity to get back. It's like it's too strong. Over Duba. Needed apologies from the airport. As the teams have dominated this clash. Not only just as far as victories are concerned, but scored more goals also in the clash. They've kept clean sheets in the last three encounters that they've had against Magesi. Able to deal with that danger first corner to Kaizer Chiefs. It's only 11 minutes left to play, but I can tell you what, we have put on a shift already, as much as and it does that. This left-hand side of the channel is a bit loaded. If you think there's Duma, there's also Magesi comes all the way from back, there's also Cross, who always find the moment to shift into that side. So there's quite a heavy load of players that operate from this side. Shabana is waiting for the ball. She was attempt and clearance. Maybe a second corner for the Kaizer Chiefs. Initial one was a short corner. I look to try and get it into the box. Mabu has been key in the last 4 encounters that kind of gives a clean man of the match. Accolades, speaks to his presence in that middle of the park and how important and big it is. And it's a big heart to his Duba. Saying Kaizer Chiefs wants to go for broke. He believes. He said it last season and they won the Nedbank Cup. Can they deliver again? Mabu left as far across as retake. If he wasn't happy, come to the office. Have a lecture for you too. Yeah, there's a lot of pen-based changes there. All hands on deck, I would say. Free kick to Magesi. Tell you one thing, it's all hands on deck from Magesi. Competing heavily with Chipezeza's Duba. That's what I thought. I didn't see an elbow or a push of any nature. He just jumped and made it difficult for Chipezeza to see the ball. And goes from what he's been trying to tell between the two of them. That's been a few stop and starts as the ball is done. This is all a clash of heads. Took an elbow to the head is the ball. Actually, it should have been blown for a foul. He got it from his own defender, Matima, and from Mabo as well. Got a double dose. Very strong is Samuel with the ball. His second season with the sides. And Samuel with the ball. 17 appearances. He's contributed this season. He contributed 1 goal as well. He's the Canadian native. Chipezeza is the captain. Off to Alan Freeze. We've seen him doing a lot of times with Chipezeza. We'll go to the side and have a quick chat with the coach. Maybe try and tell him maybe the organization is not at its best. And try and maybe give advice on how to shuffle the cards. Goalkeeper has full view of the space in front of him, so he can communicate some of the directions a little bit better than most. Ball switch to the far sides now. Still looking to try and keep it alive. Two from all other players combining. First offside start the counter. Magesi Munyane. I'm still confused a bit. Was it for an offside or for something else? Because clearly that wasn't. I totally agree with you, Mukobi. He had the offside covered. Make sure he was the last man. Maybe probably would have been for something else before they come. Great interception from Movango. Xavi, as is popularly known in this region. Want to keep it alive, let's do that. Masai with the leg challenge. Gets the ball in the bit of the man as well. Do us up. Kaizer Chiefs. Knocking once more. Defensively. Cross. Does well to protect it to as far as Miguel would take it out. The referee was trying to play advantage. Take a quick feed to feed it through. Onto the line of the right over there, good working off, quick to feed it through. Yeah, the weight of the pass. And this is what players have to deal with in these kind of conditions. It's work. So you've got to wait the pass perfectly to be able to be around with the runner. I guess exactly that's the point. So what happens then? You're going to take the weight away a bit. Unlike under normal circumstances. That's after the rain that we've had. The training system in this ground certainly did well. And another day, this game wouldn't have played. A little bit too strong. The tempo of the rain to gain off the pass. This time as the young Peter from Mufuke not able to get right and was looking to relieve Masadi. The cycle waits, but when the ball hits the ground, it's this sport to get to gain speed. Munyane didn't realize that was onside. And that's why he didn't bother to turn and chase, because he had already ruled himself offside. Crucial point would be in this match. The side has really been under siege, haven't seen much off the ball. And the restart of the game. Now Masadi shifting the gears, doesn't really find the space that he wants. Kaizer Chiefs in search of their successive victory against Magesi. They've already completed big doubles over 3 teams in the league as well. 2 from Kaizer and Namundu Golden Arms as well as Kevin City. Neighbours of Magesi, Situkun as well. Pulling out to bounce in the box. Spaniard looks to try and bring under control. Stolen away. Kaizer Chiefs now come away with it to their ball. Out one, looking for Shalanana. Deflected away. It's a throw in. Disappointed to Shalanana. He felt as though it may have came off from Magesi.
It did. That's why he's shocked that actually he doesn't get the advantage of the throw-in.
He still knows the rules of the game, reminding Olani Queen that Shalanana has come off the pitch.
Well, sanity restored, yeah. Eventually the right decision was taken.
Wow. 69 years of age now, as a coach of Betway and a Platinum Stars back in the day, 2013. South African name that's written neighbours in another part's heart in the 88, as well as the top from knockout. Can you do it again against another Soweto side today? Kaizer Chiefs looking to get back, man, keep that stronghold in that third spot as they want to venge into the second place on the log. Played out defensively, Mukoni. That's well. That's a distance short. Spagnoli. Good restart from Magesi. Looking to catch team snapping. Mashiko still knowing they come forward now. Mashiko gets on into the box. First tackle, not the cleanest. Still alive for a goal from Mashiko. Tries to work with it. Was trying to curl it in. Just never worked well for Simple Mashiko.
First one successful, but he gets a second bite at it. That was very promising attempt by Magesi, because they had Chiefs defenders facing their own goal. That's the best situation for the attacking team.
Very tug of war now. And it's how the battle it has been in the center of defense and how involved he's been in Ashley Miguel. He left to change his talk. 23 minutes gone in this encounter. What do you make of it so far?
Listen, this condition is so amazing that helped both teams. I would expect the attacking phase of the teams to be slightly better. I understand Magesi is sitting a bit back a bit, but for Chiefs, who we know can play way better in the attacking formation. So we haven't seen them really controlling that attacking phase with unique passes because of the conditions.
Quick wardrobe change for Miguel.
Amazing, eh?
It's a distance to it. Spagnoli wins a header. Ball falls across. What can he do? Cross. Did well there. Needed to work a little bit harder to dispossess it now. Spagnoli has an opportunity. Looking to close him down as McCarthy. Spagnoli cut on the inside. This is a back shot. One from Spagnoli. Did he done it? Man, looked as though it took a deflection on its way from Spagnoli. Good work in the end.
Pieces in between the two defenders, and what makes it worse is that Miguel goes down and he's got time. Though unfortunately now in that support arriving, he's looking around, there's nobody. And his last resort is to take a shot, which of course was deflated.
3 goals he's got thus far in the colours of Ikwena Chamezi. They get their first corner In the 25th minute, Magesi. Just couldn't get it right.
But what he does is heads it down. That for me was very key. But unfortunately, he heads it too far down that it still bounces off over the bar. Nobody's tackle balls when he gets it right. It just bounces down into the back of the net. Very close out game.
Well, coming close to finding the back of the net there is Magesi. They've only scored the opening goal of the match only 5 times in the 23 matches that they've played thus far this season. 15 occasions they've conceded first, or for Kaizer in the 22 matches that they've played. 13 times they've found the back of the net first. Only conceded first. Only conceded first on 5 occasions. This encounter, most of the goals will come in the second half. Of the 7 goals scored in this fixture, only 2 have come in the first half. Heaviest, of course, was in the 6 minutes with Makubo for Magesi. Guilty party, Charlie. From a United, Liverpool now operates on the near side to switch stands. Hassan's presence and understanding who's behind you. Frustrated figure now. In the 27 minutes that has gone, already it is Liverpool. Very patient player as well. Will be able to really make some change in this encounter.
Of course, there's been a slight change in that attack. Silva's going down the right side, the Liverpool jumping on the left, and Duba coming into the center.
Now, Liverpool doesn't get a throw in front goals. The offers for him. And the things not going as well as he wants and do for himself.
Yeah, that ball bounces off Mashiko out. And the maybe proximity is a bit of a problem for Bambiso to pick that one up.
Magesi taking his time to get it restarted. Goes down. Now, to win a good space for them. It's in the Kaizer Chiefs half of the challenge from cross. Is there. So cross was an impeded one. Certainly. The referee Mambi so closer to the action than I am.
I think if the stretch hand up across that was ruled to have been a foul against Sibanoni.
Free kick. Opportunity for Masadi. To work one in. Gets it into the box, away by McCarthy. To the far post it goes. Overrides it and makes it easy in the end. For De Silva to defend it. They're upset. There's the ball. Battling for it.
The TV's not broken. 104 matches. Who would watch that much football? That would mean practically putting your life on hold for weeks. Now I'm sure you wouldn't mind if I could guarantee your country going through. I mean, making history. I can't guarantee that. I can't guarantee that you will experience Roger Miller dancing with a flag in Italy, the great Senegalese side dethroning France, see Morocco take out Ronaldo. They may not even go the whole way, but man. Imagine if they do. Just imagine if one of us do, because you know what? There's 10 of us now. 10 African countries in the World Cup for the first time. I honestly don't care which one of us does it. My daddy's from Sierra Leone, but my heart is African. I just want to see African football light up the global stage. That's why I'm watching every single game. For 39 days. Girls' nights, man them nights. None of that matters. History doesn't tell you when it's going to happen. But I'm here to tell you where it may happen. Supersport only on DSTV and GoTV. The most accessible World Cup ever. So, everything else you thought you were going to be doing from 11th of June, it can wait. So, I think that you give it to Magesi, that midfield, it made it like so difficult for the to play. No, make it first substitution, and it's Magesi bringing out some of the boys, bringing in Magesi as he comes on from the bench at the start for the 7th time. He gets the encounter, but before he goes in, I'm excited and I can't hold it. Yes, breaking news is that all 104 matches we have the World Cup will be on Supersport, only on DSTV and GoTV. Everything else cannot wait. Yes, you heard it here. Cool Cats. We'll have everything there. Remember, Abongile Thomas runs as assistant referee Sakir Suena, part of the officials that will be officiating in this year's World Cup. Well, the Fana will be there. And 9 other African teams. So excited really about that. All the champions delivering as always. Tell me about the couple of games again. 104. It's an extended version. Wow. It's gonna be. It's gone from 64 to that now. Now, one in the box, looking for a touch. He delivers. It's the flavor of Magesi in front of goal, and he's never disappointed this season. He does it again. For the 7th time. That is an amazing piece of work, of ball work by Silva. If he picks the ball, you see now, he's facing the opposite direction, and he's struggling to take, but only 10, and he gets it with the laces. That for me is pure class. Maybe defensively they could have done better to try and make the goal, but you don't give it to him. He didn't wait till the full view of goal for him to strike it. That is top quality. Top quality from a top quality striker for a side that is top quality. It's Kaizer Chiefs 1, Magesi 0. And from just about not saving all the Chipozenze to conceding the first shot on time. In that middle of the ball where the devil looking for time and muscle. The Shabalala. Now he can put in a man of the match performance in the previous encounter. Kaizer Chiefs that might go to the good. Just behind
behind him, looking for finesse as the cool cats in the land have stated. Fluid movement from Magesi. Yeah, looking good. Silver again. It's got a bit of space. Snaps from it. Left arm into the pocket. Hands up to Magesi. He doesn't understand how these two players being allowed to just bully their way into those areas so freely. He was using this because Duba might have obstructed him slightly, and I don't think he would have counted that it got in because it would mean that Duba impeded the goalkeeper from an offside position. Good first touch of him, Machejo. Lopes just puts an auto in. Little bit heavy. Shows the Lopes to Kaizer to the front. They grab the airport. He's found to be short and shoot. Looking to try to get his way into the box. Excellent. Mofuken again who puts on a good tackle. One time from the Mofuken. Beautiful. The timing was perfect. And he couldn't afford to miss it. The fourth quarter of the counter for Kaizer Chiefs. 36 minutes gone. To the back post it goes. Chipresesa comes out. Can't get it! It's the second of the counter. And this time from one to the Duba. He gets his third of the season. Keeper came out and just could not get it right. And Randy the Duba said thank you very much. No second invitation needed. Now the question is, did Chipresesa drop it or he was pushed? Or was it the Chiefs player or his own player? Now he comes out here. Obstructed by his own player. That's the difference. Yes, I couldn't imagine Chipresesa being able to miss the ball. He's come out in that fashion so many times. But unfortunately, his own defender here stood on his way and couldn't get to the ball. But now, this is the finesse I'm talking about. Chiefs could be scoring way more than the number of goals they're scoring on a regular basis, averagely. But they're missing today. I think if I'm not mistaken, this is the second shot and it's 2 goals. Hopefully, the finesse is coming together. The theme of the night. Calamity in defense. That sends ecstasy to the fans for the Kaizer Chiefs faithful. 2 goals to the good they are. And that's how things are. They'll go to 45 points, only 10 points behind. Around the past 11 behind. The lead just in Mamelodi Sundowns will not be in action this week. They are in action, of course, in the Champions League, in the second leg against Esperance. They already have an advantage with now 1 goal. They go. Now under pressure, McCarthy. Almost losing the battle to Masadi. The Chiefs skills 3 minutes apart from each other. This will compound them and keep them rooted on the log. This defeat will see them. Will see Kaizer Chiefs become the 4th side to complete the league double for Magesi as they go in search of a goal. They can't find it. They've already lost to Mamelodi Sundowns. Lamonzo Golenares and Siko Grune as well. just under 4 minutes before we go into the break. Manana. Trying to clean up the ball before gets it back. Makasela. Getting into the thick of things now already. Looking to just try and keep things going for Benajameti. 2 goals down. And needs the fight back, they'll need to get back into it. Offside against Sumasadi. Yeah, took a bit time to get back behind the line. Happy days ahead for the Ghana boys if they can nail another victory here, going 5 in a row. They are already 10 points better than they were last season. At the end of the season, they finished with 32 points. Kaizer Chiefs have only missed the top 8 finish 6 times in the PSL history. And in that, was just 2 successive seasons that they've done it. So you look at their last 5 games, rather than away loss to Rangers Bay, but the last 4 have been victories. Can they do it once more here? Against Magesi, of course, they come into the clash as favourites. Tall order for Magesi to come back from 2 goals down. Only on 2 occasions have the Kaizer Chiefs conceded an equaliser if they go into the lead first. Whenever under pressure. Bit of frustration creeping in from Sheko. I mean, if you think about it, is that danger for him to commit the foul violation? No. So in such cases, as a defender, just guide the player. So Sadida Taylor gets to. Kaizer Chiefs, they've scored the opening goal in 13 occasions out of their 22. 11 times they've won. They've only lost once and only drawn once when they score first. As they are 2 goals to the good. Fatima down from a challenge of Duba. Big challenge from the scorer of the second goal for Makoti. The last minute of regulation time. Critical time of the game, it is. It's where most teams are quite flat. Lack of concentration. Chiefs will do well, like they stay up there with their concentration levels. Thanks to the applause of the fans, liking what they see. Kaizer Chiefs dominating the middle of the park, and not only just that, dominating the encounter by 2 goals to 0. Oh, 2 goals, 2 minutes of referees, optional time, loaded. Nyama has to clean out defensively. Nyama has wanted using offensively though on many occasions in Sabamata Nyama. There's a pull back there, transported referee's assistance, maybe nothing much to it. Movango looking to try and link up with the presence of Nyama, throwing to Chiefs. Find you just so far. He says in his latest interviews, not Ronaldo, he's not Messi, but if you want him, wherever in the field you find him. They've done so already in the 33rd minute, located him and bending one to send the Kaizer Chiefs into ecstasy in the stands. And Duba didn't need a second invitation 3 minutes later. Yeah, the third, no. What I like about Dassault is the fact that he's not like a big heavy striker that uses his weight. It's all about reach and speed and being able to find the pockets. He stays in the box, he's not afraid to challenge defenders, but even better is that he's able to run into those positions when it's necessary or at the right time. Well done, effort. Minutes of 45 between the two sides, the Kaizer Chiefs.
As a sign of feeling pain sometime during the first half, and I'm not sure exactly where was it feeling the pain from.
But it's a change. Kaizer will come on. He'll be coming on and this for the fifth time this season. He's also got the back of the net as well for his side. Well, and the opposition bench and Freeze brought back to try and change things for the Magesi. It hasn't worked out all well for him. But this is the man that comes on for Flavio Silva, who will be looking to try and change things and make things a little bit better. On the other side, he'll be coming on as a sub for the third time this season. 2 goals, 2 assists that he has. Is the 31-year-old. He comes on for young Konadzeo Movango. At the back at the beginning of this encounter, will be interesting to see and how the two sides will be looking to line up and how these two sides will contribute.
And of course, Vandala is one of those players that knows where the goal is. I know he doesn't play the top position, but sometimes they're a little wide, sometimes they attack the central part, so he knows the pocket spaces to attack.
Vandala gets his first touch. Cross picks up the pieces. Magesi. Well, asking the questions, Magnoni has never a lot of space. Inacho Miguel, quick enough to close him down. Oh, he gets a knock in the process. One change, only Mayo coming in for Kaizer Chiefs. Second change made by Magesi as well.
Guess finally says it was unintentional. He kept him around the ankles.
Cross, first touch, a little heavy, but does well to recover. Showed a lot to Vanda. Does well, and is able to evade the pressure man was suddenly boxed under. Let it cover the ball very quickly. Magesi venturing forward, looking for a quick response. Spagnoli unable to connect with it. Still alive though. And eventually, trying to get an opportunity for Shalala and company to get it forward. Mayo did well to stay outside.
Misunderstanding. Initially made the run indicating that he is expecting the ball to be passed forward. And then he stops. And that's when Shalala plays the ball already. He was off the pace.
Kaizer Mayo, son of Patrick Mayo, of course, and also Aidan McCarthy, son of Fabian McCarthy as well. Both whom have done well for Kaizer Chiefs. How much pressure there is on the newer generation of their surnames to carry. the gold and black forward.
There's pressure naturally, and it doesn't always mean just because you're there playing for the big team and also just going to walk in there. You got to prove yourself.
Masari gets a deflection on its way. You have to walk in there and you have to work for it. Certainly, Magesi's done so.
It's a nice pass. He's in the pockets. A great work for the defense of Kaizer to make the clock.
Second shot kick. Gets it into the box looking for Spagnoli. Easily read by Fabian Magesi. One in and trapped for Peterson. Top clean sheets is kept thus far. His best career performance thus far as a goalkeeper. Not just for the Kaizer Chiefs colours, but also in his career. Duba. Closed down, but given a safe goal. Looking for Spagnoli. Done well, they keep it quiet. Easier to say from Magesi that he's really earned his place in the space in the team. 16 starts today that he's making. Well, not so much for Kaizer and 9th appearance in all competition, and the first time as a sub that he comes on as for Kaizer. Started brightly in the season. Just didn't go as well as that. Of course, injuries as well contributed to him not playing as much. Lovely ball fed through. Now coming forward is Magesi. What can they do? Looking to get the better of Magesi. Does well, Magesi on the back heel. Cleans up effectively so. And does it as a Magesi would do. Still managed to get a clearance even though he was off balance. His next goal is to Dawn. The captain's not bad, his father did.
Yeah.
For the senior side, he's already done so for the DDC team, so I must say he's an Aiden Magesi.
The story of Aiden for me is that one of patience. Because as much as he was already a seasoned DDC player and signed by the first team, for him to start knocking into the starting lineup, it took him forever. And at some stage, I thought maybe he won't have the heart to stay. And he just continued to feature where he could. And up until he was ready, it took a long time. So that's just for me a lesson, obviously, to other young stars that even if you are considered one of the best, it's not easy to bridge the gap from DDC to the senior team, particularly in a highly competitive side like Kaizer Chiefs. So you got to take your time, you got to bite your time up until you are fully ready.
Magesi. They're trying to put pressure on Kaizer Chiefs. They themselves have really taken the foot off the gas in the second half of Kaizer Chiefs. Starting slightly slower than they did in the first half. They were very intentional in their start in the first half.
Another beautiful tackle.
Noticing a huge change on the referees. The officials now wearing all black. Yeah. Drip is the future clearly. Swenko, you know. Rushing to really gain some ground and get that ball in advance this areas. Too strong. Clearing the weight of the pass. Very difficult to deal with. Magesi. His first season with Kaizer Chiefs is Magesi. So another player who's really had to battle injuries for the most of his career is Magesi. Didn't play much at Orlando Pirates due to that. When he came to Kaizer Chiefs, also suffered a bit of that. Joined the side with Pasika Marco, who also is out due to injury as well. Yama, to take on and Ashio Miguel. He's a warrior. He's the Angolian.
It's a better start from Magesi. Having allowed Chiefs to stay much on the ball, and also they're the ones that are frequenting the attacking space with Kaizer Chiefs on the back foot, as we see right now. Though it must be said that yes, Chiefs got the 2 goals I mentioned, but it doesn't mean that it was a walk in the park. They still find it hard. I mean, they're just efficient. That was the difference for me. Still, Magesi had a good game. Obviously, they let themselves down by not being able to be clinical in key moments.
So that's all. Combines with the airport. Fouquet for comfort goes down as Fouquet. Now the man of the match in the game against Sikukuna over the weekend. Great defeat for Magesi that came in the last minute of regulation time. For their hearts, they believed they had a point at least in that encounter. And you look at the results on Sunday between Orbit College as well as Marino Kalans as well. Now put in the box again for Kaizer Chiefs, looking to try and to already the advantage they have in this encounter from Irish man. His football developed into Newcastle in the English Premier League, of course. He's Bradley Cross. His football for the Monville Coordinators before joining Kaizer Chiefs.
Bear in mind that he featured for Maurice as well. So it's been around. But obviously, I guess the biggest break was being able to join Kaizer Chiefs.
Doesn't really have a lot of space to operate. Gives away the ball, looking for Spagnoli. It's the weight of the pass that looks to be a problem for Magesi. Area they're always able to find it. Just something that they play to his legs. Maybe not the strength of his game. Does well. Nova cross. Bishops to try and keep the ball in play. Just lost it. Bandara. 4 goal contributions for him this season. Actually, he's come on from the bench. Magesi gets one long. A little bit of space where you could turn them. As the colours of Cape Town City as well, played with Tekova Tanyama in that team as at the time as also. For what they come. around as we go. Tugboat dispossessed. The dual that brings it and looking to fill it through into Mayo.
Once again, Chiefs are struggling. Their build-up is almost non-existent. They can't find the pockets. And I mentioned them being the two for me that when Chiefs are in the mood, they're the one that normally makes it happen. So today, they're finding it very hard to deliver.
Opportunity for Magesi. Brings out the best of his keepers. Took his time about it, says Magesi. 2 assists is all he's contributed this season.
It's a big time. I mean, it takes 2 touches. First, 7 touches should have been a shot. And in the meantime, the defenders are closing down. We still get the shots through. And obviously, Chiefs makes a save.
Well, that was the last touch. There's Magesi along with the dog, they will make way. They will be the man that comes in. 7th time as a substitute is Gordon. And we forced that back again after a long time out. And he is coming on as a substitute for the 2nd time this season, and making his 4th appearance for the club thus far. It's been.
He's another the struggle to reach out is instead. And from the way that he started, they should be the main man in that middle against for Schlosser alongside Njogu or Maboye.
The corner is easily dealt with. Magesi looked better in the 2nd half. Just an hour mark here. It's not going to work. Outside against Bagnoni.
Just the 2nd earlier.
You often hear that strikers should bend their run. You see that much with a number of strikers. What can he do? Feet it through. Good opportunity. Shaka. It's all he ever needed. Mr. Shabalala gets his 5th of the season. 3rd of the night for Kaizer Chiefs.
Transition, a bit of transition play is what created that moment. And once again, momentarily, Magesi went to sleep. But decent combination play. I'm not sure who made the run. It's a great pass by Duba to find Promotional, who obviously has presence of mind to cut back. And with Shabalala with a bit of time, steps the ball to go. It's a good goal. No chance for Chiefs once again. Defenders stretched to pieces.
Oh, fluidity in passing and precision in finishing. Tutunzi Shabalala sends jubilation to the stands once more. As there are 3 goals to the good for the Kaizer Chiefs. again, forward they come. Intercepted. Operating the heart of that midfield park. First down. It shows you what the best about him is Reece Forsler.
Yeah, first chance letting him down, it rolls all the way to touch. It would have been an almost identical moment for him to cut it back once he break through, but unfortunately couldn't get to it.
He's got a bit of space. Oh, looks to feed it through to Mayo. And selfish play from Mabuya. Could have been better. Just wasn't. Duba's had an excellent game today. Where's Duba? Kaizer Chiefs, 3 goals to the good. Duba capitalizes on this miss. A goal kick by Magesi. You can sort of feel that Magesi sort of dropped their head to look at Magesi as well and how he restarts the card and he starts the game as well. It's not the best. So another double substitution as Masakela will come on, as well as Bafedi Debaloi will also make his way into the park as Mchani, as well as Spagnoni gets substituted off. So I went up for the Sponies win, the Sibabambo walks away with 20,000 rands today. Sponies and win. Magesi beaten 3 times already. This time, not very far from the edge of the Leighton area. Mayo looks as though he's going to step up for it. Mayo not getting on targets. And force a save out of the goalkeeper. Foot of Vilarazi, caught by the coaches. That sends excitement to the stands, of course. Here's the foot of Vilarazi. Attempts from Kaizer Chiefs, 3 in the first half, and Magesi is only one there. Attempt on target, the 3rd in the second half, the only one thus far in the game. Passes 76% of accuracy from the 283 passes completed by Kaizer Chiefs. Magesi looking to complete more passes as they venture into the attacking thirds, looking to try and reduce the areas. Forsler last made a league appearance in October last year. In 2026 hasn't was on back from injury now is Reece Forsler, but just few minutes on the bench, on the pitch, has already provided a secondary assist. On they go, Forsler. It's easy to see that there hasn't been a yellow card to these pitch conditions.
And this incident in particular, I thought that Promotional might just end himself up in the book. Looking for options in the box.
There's no area of threat from Slovenia. He's been substituted. They get a response and it's Mufuke that gets his first of the season. It's now 3-1.
Well, they'll be very disappointed with themselves. Let's try to see. I mean, Mufuke just drops in right in the center, in the midst of everybody there. He gets a decent header. In fact, the defender on the far side, Mario, is watching there. It's a great goal. The advantage when you're coming running and you're attacking the ball, you have a much error of strength. And that's what Mufuke did there.
3-1 it is now. Can Kaizer Chiefs restore their 3-goal lead? No, at the moment. Finding it hard to really play it out of defense. Nyama, Petal with the Duba. Duba. And spots it moving in the corner. To be. So, for the Villas, a steady point to come on. He'll come on as a sub for the 11th time this season. This is the contribution from Duba. A long figure at the back post. Didn't need a second invitation. Fire Chiefs to 2 goals to the good in the first half. Getting means third goal of the season from Wantile Duba. And that will be coming on now. As a Villas, 2 goals and 1 assist that he's contributed this season, making his 16th appearance as a 20-year-old. It's the 11th time he comes on as a sub. Second half is the pressure there for a moment is Peterson. He's not going to get to his 15 clean sheets. Trying to close the gap between himself and Chicote. He's on 16 already. Before stop. It's on the inside. It finds Mario. Flat step from David. Was able to keep possession going. Again, looking for options. Forster provides one. Picked up by David under pressure. Forster comes to his rescue. Fluid passing from Kaizer Chiefs. Mario was already start ahead of play.
Still a good 20 minutes remaining. So I say 18 plus additional.
Liverpool stucking Chiefs to life. On the outside of the pool. Another outside of the pool from Shabalala. Mario couldn't really direct it goal-wise.
He's a player with a very low confidence at the moment. He's still trying to build himself up. Under normal circumstances, he will put this one away easily. It could have been maybe with the laces. I still don't mind with the footwork, but he needs to get over the ball, and he knows that he should have done better. He just needs a break.
To find the back of the net, the calendar year. And on road from Seattle News event. okay. That's okay. Won the goal against the CS Galaxy Airport. We need to find the back of the net once more. First line. Magesi is forced to retract back to his goalkeeper.
Much better from Chiefs. I think they were getting a little bit anxious here to get forward even though it's not open. So keep the ball behind, recycle, you're in the lead. So I think it's important for those central two to be able to set the pace on this game. Miguel in particular, who's the more experienced. It's not every ball that needs to be played forward.
Venturing forward into the season, a little bit of space, looking to exploit it. Kaizer, anticipating, lift that ball over the crossbar. And they got lollipop.
Wow. Didn't have a moment that maybe he could take a second touch to that.
What you call?
Well,
behind Meyer and the Depo man who's in a rich goal scoring form also. He's really sparked life onto the far side of Magesi since coming on. He do it once more. Chiefs come forward again. Shows a lot, but still able to keep it and play every playing advantage from the challenge of Muguridi, of Shabalala. First back, he can strike him, the far front is meant from Ekadeka. Villas, that's on the inside, Villas, space opening up, Villas! Oh, the confidence of the young man. He knew exactly what he was doing when he was cutting on the inside. He opened up for him.
That's what he was looking for. With every chance that he took, he was a defender. He was minus a defender in front of him. And unfortunately, can't do the final deal, keeping it on target.
So for the final stop for Kaizer Chiefs. As the Shabalala comes off, also found the back of the net. He's forced up, and Shabalala doing well in the second half, making it 3 for Kaizer Chiefs. He comes off, Shizet is the man that steps on to the plate. Third time as a substitute, 6 appearance all in all. What can they do here? Great tackle, the front cross. Mandela still in possession. Masakera. He sees the ball go out. Fifth and final substitution for Magesi. Susana plays the net. That will be coming on is Adia Susana. Comes on from the bench, all for the 15th time this season. In all his 14th appearances that he's making today, comes on for Masadi. Vandala. Can he do? Vandala gets on into the box. but there was no one there anticipating that pass. He's playing as a false man, but also his reaction is slightly a bit slow. Man, out and out striker like Espanyoli, who has been substituted off. Ball back is the devil home for game. Putting on a good shift thus far. Gesticulate the ball. Lovely ball played in and easily there. Goodbye, Ignacio. As far as Matima. Magesi winning it back. Able to rotate it in small spaces. And cross. Desperately clearing the line. That was the last touch. It's a throw in.
I'm trying to think, what would be the coach's summation that is a freeze? And if you look at the moments, so there's some great moments that Magesi have been able to produce here, but unfortunately not good enough to have led to a goal. But the biggest problem is that they've already conceded 3, so it has made this a real mountain to climb. But this great moments, you can see this team can play.
Up against Promotional. Only had one side that was more active, which was the far side. Now putting in the first legs of Promotional to bring him play on the near side. Obviously, push them on. They are happy with what they see. This will be a fifth successive victory for Kaizer Chiefs. If to remain this way. Of regulation time left to this encounter. 12 and 13 fouls respectively. No yellow cards shown thus far. Clean game between the two sides. That's on the back of the net in his first appearance against Northern Guns in September already. And finding his space now. Now will be desperate to try to keep it in play. He does so, but does it for Villarati. Needed recovery defensively from Mukodi. And then from Pasela. His first appearance in Magesi shirts. From September till now, makes it 4 for Kaizer Chiefs. Restore the 3-goal lead as Kanisa Mahi. His name is Kanisa Lata. Does that one to the back of the net.
That's just how much they feel for him. They could understand that he was under immense pressure. He came with a lot of reputation that but things hasn't gone for him. And he needed this kind of a break. And I'm just trying to imagine what this can do for him. Look at the delicious delivery by Promotional. and he attacks the ball beautifully, gets the better of the twin. I spoke about when you are running in, you have better leverage to outjump the defender or anybody in front of you for that matter. Matimba just doesn't jump hard enough, but very important for Mario. The Pope start dance. And I tell you what, it's Amakosi who are singing the tune for the puppet, and all those that I understand dancing with joy. Yes, it's been a long time coming. He will do well for his confidence. Kaizer makes it 4 for Kaizer Chiefs on the night. There's the former Leslie Manyatela Golden Boot winner. 22-23 for Cape Town City. Scored the most goals in the league that season is Kaizer. And this is what happens, of course. Against you feel like you're getting better Kaizer Chiefs, and you're on top of them, and you start losing some of the defending instructions because you're on the front foot. You feel like we can do these things, and then bang, hits your face. So this is where Magesi find themselves. They were chasing this game. They thought maybe there's a chance. Into the box it goes. Magesi looking for another cross selection. Lepo comes away with it. Finding it hard. Surviving thus far. Joby, a second loss in a row. Next on is Devon City TS Galaxy, the Norwich College failure relegation contenders. Things are going well. His 7th, his 8th game in charge. It is going to be his 4th loss in a row. Man, that he's endured since taking over. He's only won once. That's when he beat Marumo Galaxy by 3 goals to 0. Really finding it difficult replicating that performance once more. I have a tough few games coming after this encounter. But for Kaizer Chiefs, they're happy. They will be in action against yet another Limpopo team over the weekend. And so they take on Promotional City. They've already taken 6 points from a possible 9 from Limpopo. In the 3 games they've played, they've won 2, only lost 1, and that was against the Cocoon. None of the games they've lost thus far, so this will be their 10th victory. So out of a possible 12, they would have collected 9 points from the Limpopo teams. They face Promotional City at the old Peter Mokaba Stadium on Saturday. Chester chances. Gets there. Scott Mufuke for comfort. Just gets the better of Mufuke. Does well to recover though.
Gets a shot behind from Chislett in frustration. Kaizer Chiefs continue their vein of form. They've kept 5 clean sheets in 8 games against the bottom 5 sides, only conceding on 3 occasions, scoring 13 before today. That's 4 sends them to 17, and only 4 they would have conceded thus far. For Magesi, they've played 8 matches against top 5 teams and yet to win. And as they've only got 2 draws before today and 6 losses, this will be number 7. And they've only gotten 2 points out of a possible 27 after today's Magesi, stemming their relegation struggles and showing exactly how they've gone on to struggle. But these are the men that have led Kaizer Chiefs back to the glory days once more. They are now proud, we can say they are preventing Glamour boys and exclamation in the glamour. It's the fine performance they put in the pitch. It's the goals they've managed to find. It's the form they continue to show. 5 wins in the road after this encounter. That's what they'll be enjoying. That's the 20 minutes in, but contributions have been marveled to watch from Forster. Kaizer, that's the first half substitution in the injured to 4. Doesn't really make much for Magesi. Cesar looking for a way past Forster. Is able to find one. One moved into the box. Just not good enough from Masahena. 3 minutes of every's optional time and 30 seconds of that has been played already. 2.5 remains. Kaizer Chiefs, and after the encounter on Saturday against Promotional City, they will go into the Soweto Derby a much more confident team than they were, and they will be having some great results under their belts. Some 26. It will be a marvel to watch. Magesi coming forward. Stolen away, took hold away, right there. Like a modern Mabua. Chislett. Switching to switch hands. Philax, fancy too heavy, but continues. Philax to cut back. Chippers are doing the situation very well.
That's all that is really well. That was the only space available for the youngsters to squeeze it through.
Put to the terrace by Villarasi. Come away with it. And he's getting into another consolation. No difference might help in their battle, but they need the points more than anything. But still brought down. Easy away from Mayo. Falls for Villarati. Tries to get it forward as quick as they can they make it 5. Referee at the time has come and gone. We are at the mercy of Massimo and Bambiso. It's kind of teams that will go in with the maximum points in Punaquame.